Welcome to the Whimsical Workshop. In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up, decorated, and use a long-term goal journal for the business. Yay! Today I'm going to just talk about my goals notebook. So I have used this general idea notebook and written my goals in them. And these are long-term goals. So if I have a huge project, like this, I was teaching for Road to California. I had to remember to do all of these things, and I would mark them off as I got them done. But it helped me organize my thoughts and kind of break the task down into smaller elements. So I've been doing that in here. And then for my birthday, my sister got me the Archer and Olive subscription box. And one of the notebooks in the subscription box was this gorgeous burgundy notebook or fuchsia notebook, depending on what light you look at it, with the little compass on the front, and it's all lined. So I thought I would step up my game and go from that journal to this one. And I don't want to put art in these. I don't want it to be like a bullet journal full of art, but I did think for the inside cover I would do an art drawing on one side. So what it will be is this Reach for the Stars. And in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to transfer this printout to the book and then fill it in. So I did all of this on my computer because I am not very good at lettering. And I'm using graphite transfer paper. I got this from Amazon. I can put a link below. And what you do with transfer paper, if you've never used it before, is you take a pencil and you first you put it chalk side down, which I hope I've got chalk side down. Let me see. Do I have chalk side down? I do have chalk side down. So you put chalk side down onto where you want the design to go. You tape your design on top. So I've taped it here and here. Then you take a pencil and you're just going to trace over your drawing. And you don't have to push super hard. And I'm using a blue transfer paper. Either one, you can do it in blue. And I actually got some graphite as well. This is what I used in college all the time, but I thought I would try blue because it's easier for it to disappear behind pens. And then when you trace through, you get it right onto the board and you don't have to worry about it not matching. So I'm going to go ahead and trace all of this, and then we're going to pick the colors and decorate it. And that will be the inside cover of my new goals notebook. But I thought you might be interested in seeing how you can transfer a design onto a notebook, or you could do this onto a board or whatever you want. If you can't draw and you like to have artwork in your notebooks, this is a really fun way to get it. You just find a drawing you like, tape it down, trace it over it, and there you go, you have it. So we've got everything traced. So first thing you do is you flip it up and make sure you have everything traced. There's nothing worse than taking everything off and realizing you didn't trace it. But you can see that's the original, and there it is on there. And I use drafting tape, so I should be able to just gently pull this off without ripping my book. And this carbon sheet can be used over and over and over. It's not the, just because you use it once doesn't mean it's not still got chalk on it. And they are they're not super expensive, but they're pricey enough that I keep them and use them until I can't get any lines through. So here it is. So the next step is to decide my color palette. I started this collections journal to keep track of all my lists and stuff that I don't need to have to change all the time. And so in the back I did my pen tests, or all my pen swatches. So I can go through and decide, okay, which colors do I want to do this with? So what is my goals notebook? My goals notebook, again, when we get bigger jobs in, or jobs that have multiple pieces to it, I used to just be like, okay, I'm going to power through this. I'm just going to do it in one shot. And I've slowly started to learn that if I step it out, break it down into smaller tasks, then I can just feel like I've accomplished things by checking things off a little at a time, and I don't leave it all to the end. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean I still don't, on occasion, still do that. And I am working on that to try to get better. So this notebook is part of that goal. Because if I have a central notebook with all of my big projects in it, one, it'll show me what I have to get done. And two, it will, kind of give me an overview of what I've done when I go back and look at, the last 3 months, the last 6 months, and it'll help me decide how many projects can we take on going forward. As a design studio, we have many, many clients. They all have different time frames. They all have different needs, and each client is our most important client. So with that being said, we don't want to take on tasks if we're going to fail them and not meet the deadlines. And we've prided ourselves, at least I have in the last 20 years of business, of not missing deadlines, of trying to balance everything. And sometimes that makes it really hard to try to balance everything. So hopefully with this notebook and continuing with my goals, stepping them out and seeing how they work, I can take on more work because we'll be more organized and we'll know what we're doing. But that being said, it doesn't mean that my goals notebook has to be ugly. It doesn't mean I have to, just make it utilitarian. Again, I probably won't do any doodles on the inside. I will probably just do this one on the cover. That's my big splash. But I've also noticed that if I really like a notebook, it sounds so silly, but if I really like the notebook and I feel like it's pretty and I've invested something into it, I enjoy taking it out to use it. I don't tend to avoid it because it's full of work that I don't want to do. And that doesn't mean I don't like doing my job. It's just like everybody else, work is work and fun is fun. And it's really easy when you work for yourself to sometimes procrastinate more than you need to. So this is a goal, because let me tell you, when I don't procrastinate and I chip away at a job and I get it done, it is like the biggest high. It's when you do it straight and easy without struggling with overnight, rush jobs. All right, so there's my moon. And because I'm using water-based markers on an uncoated paper, you are going to see the streakiness. That's why I did what I did by going all in one direction. So the moon is done. Now we're going to go ahead and color in the reach for the stars, and I'm just going to speed this part up. There it is, all done. Now I will go ahead and start adding my goals into these. So now that I have my journal all decorated, and I have been using this now for 2 months, 3 months, I thought I would give you a peek of how I use it, why I've created it, and how it's helped me. So first, obviously we went over how I decorated it and why I decorated it, but what I did is these tabs I found on Amazon, they stick into the notebook like stickers. And each of these tabs is a long-term project, meaning it's a project that has multiple steps, or it's a project that's going to be done over a period of time. What I do is I take these huge tasks, put them in here, like I'm doing an Organize It series, and I've listed out which ones do I want to do from an Organize It series? How do I want to do it? So this is my rulers video I haven't done yet, but I broke it out into steps. Same thing with my dies, how I'm going to organize them. We're working on some Benartex Bernina videos. I've broken those out. I had to develop a lecture on how to start a YouTube channel for Quilts Inc., which is Quilt Market Quilt Festival. So this was one that we did the talk in March. So this is all of my thoughts and my outline and how I was going to develop the lecture. And in the end, from all of these pages, I was able to create the lecture. Some of these I can't show you. So over here, we've got our YouTube channel ideas and plans. If you've been following along on our YouTube channel, you'll notice that I'm trying to kind of expand our channel to cover all creative arts, not just quilting. And I came about it by following through and doing these exercises and creating this outline that kind of helped me decide where I want to put my focus. I'm doing a round robin project with another designer, Judy Gunthier. I hope I pronounced her name right. But this is like a breakdown. Which month am I doing it? Which month is she doing it? What are we doing? Here are questions. I have room to like kind of flesh out the project as we go. We did Road to California in May. And so this was what class I had. Did I do an outline? Are the samples done? The graphics, the hands out, who I needed to contact. Then I had to do like a 10-minute video. So all of this was Road to California. And I could go to one place and see what I needed to see. So for our 50th birthday, my 50th birthday, we did a huge celebration, a 1-month celebration. We had companies send us giveaways. I needed to track all of what was going on each week. The graphics we needed to do, the giveaway. So again, this is a place where I can safely write out all of the tasks that need to go to the job, how I want to get it done, and all of the different steps. Then from there, I take the project steps. So let's go back to my birthday one, for example. So for the month of April, in my journal, in my bullet journal, which is this guy. So for April and May, I would go through here, and whatever week I had something here, I made sure it was listed in here as on my to-do list, and then got scheduled by the day. So it went from journal to month to week to day. And by breaking it down, you can tackle large projects in a very calm and methodical manner versus my usual MO, which is to do everything at the last minute, panic, rush, deal with the pressure, and get it done. So I've decided that by turning 50, I need to be able to do this and actually step out my projects. So that is the goal journal. And it helps, it's very pretty, and it helps that I, happy to look at it. But if you think a long-term goal journal would help you, and you want more information, certainly you can contact me or leave a comments below if you want to see more videos about how I organize tasks, jobs, my bullet journal. These are things that don't necessarily have to do with creating and quilting, but without doing this, I would not be as successful as I am. So I want to thank you for watching and coming along on the journey as I explain this. And as always, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe below. It really helps if you give me a thumbs up. And I thank you for watching.